And a lot of style coming off the Cavaliers bus earlier on. We'll see if that style translates to the court as they get set to do battle on the road. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. Downtown San Antonio, Texas. This bridge spans the Riverwalk, not too far from our location tonight. We are live. It's a Thursday night presentation here on 2K Sports. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for DeRozan.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, DeMar DeRozan is a prolific scorer, but he's also a dangerous drive and kick weapon. He said, "I never pay attention to the defender guarding me. I look at the 4 guys behind him and how they react. A lot of times I don't even look to score. I draw 3 or 4 guys and get my teammates open shots." Kevin?
Great vision, David. Thank you. Well, we have 2 teams tonight, Steve, that love to take their time working it up court. When you played, which were the best teams at grinding it out in slower games?
You know, I think the Chicago Bulls, that triangle offense, I mean, they ran on fast break on their defense, but on the offensive end, they wanted to wear you down with that triangle offense. And the teams that had dominant post players, they would get it down to them, make you double team, the ball would move around. And that was pretty much Shaq teams and Hakeem Olajuwon teams, guys who had dominant centers.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Osman outside at 3 with Nance down at the power forward spot. Porter is out there with Colin Sexton. And it's Henson in at the center position. And for the Spurs, it's Aldridge at the power forward with Pirtle at center. Murray out there with Derek White. And it's DeRozan in at the 3 spot. Nance, it's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Yeah, this league is in good shape when you talk about guys like Nance. The consummate role player does everything that's asked of him.
Now here's Murray. There's the lob to Aldridge. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Statement. Aldridge still with enough athleticism to catch it up top. Hammer it through.
Now Sexton. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Houston.
And not only was he creating for himself, he was setting up teammates with good shots.
Sexton with it. He's covered by Murray. And there's Sexton. That's good on the assist by Nance.
And although Sexton is slightly undersized, he plays with great physicality and aggression. Nice finish there off contact.
Now here's Murray. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Sacramento.
And then there was his passing. When he wasn't scoring on his own, he was making plays for his teammates. They just couldn't figure out how to defend him.
Now here's Sexton. After the miss from Jakob Poeltl. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Look, this is how you draw it up coming out of the locker room. 3 of 3 so far.
Murray with it. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. He feeds it to Aldridge. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Aldridge has got his second bucket.
I mean, that's a nice find by Murray. He has the height to see the floor, and his awareness continues to grow.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. Henson's shot is off.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
It started off looking good, but the timing was just a little off, and sometimes that's all it takes. They have really found a rhythm here early. 4 for 5 to start this game.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And it's Murray penetrating. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Given Murray's slight frame, you'd think physical defense would bother him more. It doesn't.
Here's Sexton. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Nance finds Henson. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Hurdle with the double team. Now here's Sexton. He's covered by Murray. Aldridge with the block.
All that length, Aldridge able to close airspace quickly.
Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Porter passes to Sexton. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Nance, no good. And so Aldridge will bring it up for the Spurs. They trail by 1. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
And in that one, I thought the guys were out of sync offensively. And on the defensive end, a failure to communicate.
This was a brutal loss. You can point fingers in a number of directions, but the bottom line is they just didn't have it tonight.
And he can't get the first one. Well, Smitty, as we know, there's talk of playing more regular season games overseas. Good idea, or is the season hard enough as it is?
I like the balance where it is right now, Kevin. A few games you get a chance to go overseas, you know, during the season or preseason, but just add more travel, I don't know if it's a good idea.
Here's Osman. He's coming off a 10-point game against Houston and stolen by Aldridge. Here's White, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Injuries pressing Derek White into a much bigger role in year 2. But you know what, Smitty? He rose to the occasion.
You know, I love him. He has great size at 6'4" for a point guard. Good instincts. He can shoot. He can create. I love his versatility.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. A 29th pick in 2017 by the Spurs. Their injuries last year created an opportunity for Derek White to show Greg what he can do with steady minutes.
And White at 6'4", capable of manning either guard spot, a shooter, a playmaker, and an all-defensive team in college. He is definitely a keeper.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
Last season, it took some time for the Spurs to gel with the early injuries and new faces. They played their best basketball down the stretch. Took the second-seeded Nuggets to 7 games.
In the back half of last season, the Spurs posting a 9-game winning streak. Steve, what changed for them?
You know, Kevin, for me, they toughened up their defense. They moved Jakob Poeltl into the starting lineup at the 5 position. And they found that chemistry and they got going.
And the first one drops.
And the aggressiveness Sexton plays with is infectious. He motivates his teammates to play just as hard.
Both good from the line that time.
Well, the young bull, Colin Sexton, getting a lot of playing time in his rookie season. Allowed him to play through his mistakes, and that's what you hope for coming in.
Now here's Murray. Kicks it to White. 13 feet away. And Henson sends it back. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Here's Murray. 4 on the clock. Larry Nance comes up with the rebound. And even as the Cavaliers lagged at the very bottom of the standings, Greg, Sexton publicly described the season as fun. Would that bother you as a veteran?
Losing seasons, they suck. I mean, no other way to put it. I think he cares about winning, but keeping that positivity is probably the best approach.
Cavaliers trailing. And here is Garland. 9-point game his last outing. Passes it to Sexton. Oh, Nance in position. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. He lobs it up.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
The Cavaliers trail by 3. Sexton kicks to Osman. The pass to Henson. Now Garland, defended by Pirtle. Clock is at 3. From deep. No good that time. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season.
Yeah, and they swept this matchup the 2 times they played last year. They held the advantage on paper and on the court.
But hey, it's a different season, and anything can happen.
The shot by Sexton, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And you know, we always talk about this. Just changing the shot can be just as effective as blocking it, even though it's less spectacular.
San Antonio shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Rudy Gay's checked in for San Antonio. Love's checked in for the Cavaliers. And White, no good on that one. Smitty, I heard this the other day, letting a player stay in the game after his 6th foul, but granting an extra free throw to the other team. What do you think of that?
Kevin, that's crazy. I mean, no way.
I knew you'd say that. I knew you would say that.
I do summer league games, and I watched this 10 fouls. There's no way we could have had that many fouls when I played. We have to keep it at 6 foul, and you're out.
Off the left rim and out.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Here's Osman. He's got 5. And it's Love missing. On the wing, DeRozan. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here. It's common to see wing players improve their perimeter shooting in the league, but DeMar DeRozan's most striking growth has been his ball handling and playmaking. He's been dynamic with the ball in his hands.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Damari Carroll comes in for Derek White, and it's Mills in for Murray. A free throw dropped for DeRozan. And Greg, DeRozan watching a ton of films of guys like Andre Miller and Sam Cassell operating in the pick and roll.
Not only that, Kevin, to strengthen his left hand, he'd use it for daily activities like writing, leaving no stone unturned to become an expert initiator.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
And guys, there's really a fine line between being aggressive and being out of control. And in that one, they crossed the line.
It's a catch-22. You want your guys attacking, playing with a sense of freedom, but not if it means a bunch of turnovers.
Now here's Love. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
And Carroll gets it to go.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
This is my type of approach. Get some high percentage looks. Then later, you can play inside out.
And the Cavaliers with possession here, following the bucket by the Spurs. No good from Zizic. Spurs leading by 10. A pass to Gay, and the jam by Rudy Gay.
Flying high, Gay at one time had a 40-inch vertical.
And so it's Dellavedova. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Back to Love. Shot to stop the run. Mills with the rebound. Carroll against Love. Aldridge inside. That shot misses.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
Now here is Dellavedova. Tight defense on him. Pass to Zizic. Love trying to break loose. Some solid defense from Aldridge. Now here's Carroll. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Carroll. The Cavaliers trail by 12. Dellavedova scanning the floor. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And the Cavaliers this summer selecting point guard Darius Garland with the 5th overall pick. The second-year man Colin Sexton already on the roster. Greg, how do you see the fit between these two players?
Well, I mean, both are 6'2". The questions will come at the defensive end of the floor. Offensively, both show great promise as shooters, very scoring-minded guards, reminiscent possibly of a Lillard-McCollum pairing for the Blazers, which could be a roadmap for the Cavs.
That free throw good from Dellavedova.
And you look at all the under-the-radar prospects that have found success with the Spurs. How do they keep hitting on all these players other teams have missed?
They do a great job with their player development. They also do a great job identifying players with great character. They have guys who work extremely hard. They have great coaching, and they teach. But more importantly, what they do, GA, they give you confidence. And that's where I think the Spurs separate from other organizations.
Mills finds Carroll. He can't get that one, so Cleveland will take it the other way. And it's Exum in the corner. Bangs home the trifecta. Exum's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Cavs. And San Antonio shooting very well. 58%. The offense is flowing right now early for them. Here's Carroll. Poked away. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Exum leading the charge. But they'll get another chance. Zizic passes to Love. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Here's Carroll. And he makes that one. Carroll's got his second basket of the night.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Now Dellavedova. Love outside. He dishes it to Exum. Love against Gay. Love kicks to Garland. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Love. Shoots over Mills. Love, no good.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
And that one drops for him. And it's an 11-point Spurs lead.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Cleveland's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Inside. And he converts the layup.
The body control of Love after he takes the hit. Strong finish.
Spurs leading by 9. 1:19 left to play in the first. Mills passes to Aldridge. Pass to Bellinelli. Just 5 to shoot. Gay trying to break free. Bellinelli, and that's good. Bellinelli's got 5 points so far.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Now here is Dellavedova. Bellinelli is covering. Dellavedova, the pass to Zizic. Now here's Garland. He's guarded closely. No good from Zizic. Aldridge looking for an opening. To the paint. Gay kicks to Mills. Shot from 16, and too long on the shot.
Empty possession, and you don't want to miss these easy looks.
Trey Lyles checked in for the Spurs. The Cavaliers trail by 12. Garland with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Out left to the wing. Here's Love. And another miss by Cleveland. Pulls from the top of the key. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
And what I love, there was no panic on his part. That's the steady pulse you want in that situation.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And in 2018, DeMar DeRozan opened up about his battles with depression, hoping to have a positive impact on others.
A lot of people ashamed to talk about it. Even myself, for a long period of time, people wonder why I was such a quiet guy, and that was part of it, not wanting to speak out about it, not wanting other people to know exactly what I was going through. But you get to a certain age where you feel like it's all about helping others. It's not about you just being a selfish person about the things you're going through. Other people going through stuff as well.
Yep, you love the honesty and the bravery to step forward and tell his emotional story.
Yeah, he opened a dialogue. Kevin Love following his lead to talk about anxiety. Athletes, as public figures, can have a broader impact than just entertaining, and we see it over and over again.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Spurs team out there.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. Porter is out there with Kevin Love. Then it's Exum. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Zizic in at the center. Passes it to Love. Over Gay. Gay with the block.
A pretty good defender. Gay using that 7'3" wingspan well. Get that shot out of here.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. Kevin, LaMarcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, D.A., and he is still getting it done. Thank you. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Damari Carroll. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Henson's checked in for Kevin Love. Exum deciding where to go with it. No good again that time.
just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
The defensive impact of Jakob Poeltl giving the Spurs a boost. Great timing and instincts as a shot blocker.
Down low. And Exum gets it to go on the assist from Dellavedova. Exum's got 5.
That's Exum's comfort zone. When he sees a chance for an easy fast break opportunity, he really leaks out quickly.
Now here's Mills, defended by Dellavedova. Hellinelli misses in close. And coming to San Antonio in the Kawhi Leonard trade, the Spurs hoping Poeltl can be a difference maker.
You know what, Kevin? Already their best roll threat offensively. He rarely misses with his right hand in close.
The kick out to Porter. They shoot again. Dellavedova, that's good. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Now here's Mills. He's covered closely. Here's Lyles. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. And it's Dellavedova with the ball. He brings it up for the Cavaliers. Next up for them, the Bucks in Milwaukee. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. To the middle. Here's Exum. Interesting, Smitty. We're seeing guys like Dirk and Vince Carter play into their 40s. I'm wondering if this is a byproduct of improved nutrition and conditioning, and if that accelerates this trend.
I think it does, Kevin. I also agree to add to that. I think the game is less physical. I think a lot of those guys are taking care of themselves, but when the game is not as physical, it's a lot more perimeter. You can play longer. I'm curious, Kevin, will anybody play into their 50s?
You know, wouldn't that be amazing? That's a good question. That free throw missing.
The point guard out of Australia, Dante Exum, is a rare physical specimen. Reason why he has great length at that point guard position. Great size.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for Gay. White comes in for Marco Bellinelli. And Murray's subbed in for Patty Mills. Good on the second free throw. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Murray surveying the D. And the pass to Lyles. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Is on Colin Sexton. The Spurs have shot 50% from the line today. 3 for 6. And the first one at the line is good. Steve, it seems like criticism of NBA officials is reaching a very interesting level. We see players, coaches, and now even executives confronting these officials over their calls.
You know, I know we love the word transparency, but I think also for these referees, because of technology as well, we're seeing these players from so many different angles. And all we want to talk about if we're coaches and executives and players are the plays they miss. And I think that's what we're, putting too much energy in.
And a wide open look for Porter. Second shot opportunity. Offensive rebound. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. To the left side wing. Poeltl inside. Working on Nance. Poeltl's shot is off. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Dishes to Nance. And he gets the bucket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now here's Murray. Defended by Sexton. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
And there's the strength we talk about with DeRozan, converting through contact. Absolutely terrific.
And last season, DeMar DeRozan averaging the lowest rate of three-point attempts of his career.
Kevin, the Raptors had wanted him to shoot more triples. The Spurs were content to put the ball in his hands and let others provide the spacing.
That's good from DeMar DeRozan.
It's exciting to watch a guy develop the way DeRozan has. The ball handling, the passing, the three-point shooting. He's become one of the better all-around players in this league.
Porter, no luck.
A for effort, but when there's that much resistance at the rim, better find another option.
And the basket is good. White's got his third basket of the night.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
It's a winning approach when you execute. That's the key. They're playing fast, but also under control.
Here is Porter, following the bucket by the Spurs. To the inside. And Henson gets it to go on the assist from Porter. Henson's got his second bucket of the night.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And here is Murray. Pass to DeRozan. From 18 feet away. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. DeRozan's got 10 points in the game.
That's his bread and butter. DeRozan has made a living with the mid-range jumper.
Nance. That shot missing. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Left side, DeRozan. Here's Pirtle. Off target with his three.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot two at the free throw line. For Cleveland, they have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
The first free throw is good. And Porter drops them both. San Antonio leading by 18. Here's Murray, down low. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so one free throw coming up.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And making his return from the ACL tear, DeJounte Murray, long, athletic, and young, he still has a very bright future.
And Murray winning second team all defense in 2018. And Greg, at that time, he was only 21.
And that's been his strong suit. If he can hit perimeter shots consistently, he can be a star.
Now, here's Sexton. Here's Nance. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And finished off by DeRozan.
You see with DeMar, the long step on the drive, then quick to go airborne.
Now, here's Porter. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Houston. To the wing right side. From past the arc. Tries again. Henson. San Antonio with the rebound. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Suns in Phoenix. That'll be the first half of a two-game trip. Here's Murray. Second chance shot. Nice shot by Pirtle.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Cleveland's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Here's Osman. White covering. Pass to Sexton. They need this, and that's 2 points on the layup. Sexton's got his second basket of the night.
Clever and confident in that pick and roll. Sexton's decision-making in these sets has really improved.
To the middle. Now here's DeRozan. Defense is right there. Outside, White. 5 to shoot. Over Porter. They grab their own miss. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Sexton. It's deflected.
So quick off the floor, Murray can afford to wait until the shooter commits.
And that one, good. White's got 4 points this quarter.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Reason why momentum can flip so quickly. We see it time and time again. Teams giving up big leads.
Now here's Sexton. 6 points for him. The shot's good from Henson.
And getting better at distributing in the pick and roll. Sexton wants to evolve more as a passer.
Passes it to Pirtle. Inside. Now Wiles. The pass to Pirtle. Over Porter. Another shot. Pirtle's shot is off.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
Porter dishes to Sexton. Doubled by Murray. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Selected with the 8th pick back in the 2018 draft, Colin Sexton, the main reward for the Cavs, Greg, after the Kyrie Irving trade.
Sexton wearing the same number 2 jersey as Irving doesn't feel the need to measure up to expectations created by Kyrie. Cavs fans, though, hope he does.
2.
He's off on the first. Well, Steve, it's expected that we'll eventually allow 18-year-olds to enter the NBA draft. You're a proud Michigan State alum. Are you concerned players may miss something by choosing to skip the college experience?
You know, Kevin, in this situation, for sure, there are some players that I would say is going to make some mistakes and maybe come out too early and not be ready. But I think we have to allow them to have these decisions and not have these decisions taken away from them. I love college, but there are some guys that are just ready to go play in the NBA, just like other areas of life. When you're ready, you're ready.
Cleveland's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Gay with the block, and they get it back. And it's Murray penetrating. Banked in off the glass. Murray's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
From the moment when he sticks his foot in the ground and puts his head down, DeJounte Murray is explosive and fast.
Garland, the pass to Love. It's stolen by Carroll. To the paint, here's Aldridge, and Aldridge slams it in.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. After the basket by San Antonio. Here's Garland, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First one falls for him. San Antonio making a switch here. Mills is checked in. Ante Zizic is checked in for the Cavaliers. No good on the second free throw.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
DeRozan, count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts, a scorching 88%.
Watching DeRozan tonight, you're reminded of how good, how resourceful a scorer he can be.
Well, Cleveland shooting a low 30% right now, an ugly offensive performance. Love finds Porter. Back to Love. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. The Cavaliers have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Exum's checked in. Gay against Love. There it is, only a second basket. He's missed 8. That's a sad 20%.
Good presence inside. Kevin Love with the composure and skill set to score with consistency on the interior.
Now here's Mills. 9 points last game and finished off by DeRozan.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
They've had better patience, better shot selection so far, but we still have a long way to go.
And here's Love for 3. The putback is no good.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
Down low, here's Aldridge. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Aldridge has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Now here's Sexton. DeRozan defending. Love kicks to Sexton. 6 to shoot. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound San Antonio. Gay's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
30 seconds left in the second quarter. Double team on Aldridge. And finished off by Gay.
Savvy assist by the veteran Aldridge. Sees the missed defensive rotation and takes advantage.
We've got 22 seconds left in the first half of the game. Garland with it. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Here's Love. Gay with the defensive effort. And here's Mills. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. It's the Spurs delivering the blowout. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Rudy, it looked like you guys found your old identity in the first half tonight.
Yeah, that's the way we played last season. Our defense was our staple. And that's all we have to do. We have to go out here and play defense every night. And this is a good start for us.
Let's see if you can stay true to yourself in the second half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. DeMar DeRozan putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He ended up with 19 points and 1 rebound. The first 2 quarters went very well for him. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
When DeRozan gets it cranked up, this team flourishes. Strong off the dribble, really hard to check in ISOs, and when you do body up to him, he finds a way to draw fouls.
Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
Well, one reason they're getting roasted, a.k.a. blown out, poor rebounding. Way too many one-and-done possessions. I don't want to see guys rip between their legs and shoot. Not enough fundamentals. Hey, box out 101. Maintain position 101. Learn how to play basketball 101. Things like that, Ernie.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's Aldridge at the power forward with Pirtle at center. White is out there with DeJounte Murray. And it's DeRozan in at the 3 spot. That's the San Antonio 5. Now here's DeRozan. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Osman. Sexton finds Nance. Now here's Henson. Pass to Sexton. Nance, right side, uncovered. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. And that's now 6 points for Larry Nance. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Up and in on the layup.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Now Sexton. Pass to Osman. Now Henson. And Porter, here we go. Rebound San Antonio. Aldridge has got 8 rebounds in this game. Murray outside. And it's White, top of the key. Outside DeRozan. Clock at 6. Can't hit that one. The Cavaliers shooting a low 30% mark from the field. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by White. Nine feet out, and he hits the jump shot. White's got 12 points in the game.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Nance trying to break loose. Passes it to Osman. The second chance effort, and it's good on the lay-in. 7 points in the game.
That's just good basketball. Can't ask for a better look.
And it's Murray penetrating. Outside DeRozan. Spurs passing it around. A nice shot by Aldridge.
Love the play call, getting Aldridge something within the flow of the offense.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Nance dishes to Sexton. And stolen by White. The pass to Aldridge. Inside. And the dunk by Pirtle.
It doesn't take much for Pirtle to throw it down. At 7 feet tall, all he has to do is be near the hoop.
For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Sexton kicks to Nance, out to the right wing. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Here's Osman, and it's sent back by Aldridge. White looking around. On the wing, DeRozan. Shoots over Henson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
A sneaky move by DeRozan, catches the defender leaning and draws the foul.
The Spurs have taken 10 shots from the free throw line up to this point and made 6 of them. And the first one at the line is good. And some changes here for the Spurs. Lyles checked in for Pirtle. And it's Bellinelli in for White. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Dellavedova's checked in. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Pass to Henson. Here's Osman. DeRozan defending. Back to Henson. It's stolen by DeRozan. And finished off by DeRozan.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
It's been tremendous job of play calling and execution. They just continue to increase this lead.
And in a league that's obsessed with threes and layups, LaMarcus Aldridge defying the trend, really feasting on a steady diet of mid-range jumpers.
Cavaliers shooting terribly up to this point, just 30%. Some ramshackle offense play there. Dellavedova, the pass to Henson. Knocked away. Bellinelli with it. He's got 7. And he uses the glass on the layup. Bellinelli's got 9. And that turnaround jumper of Aldridge's. Great, just impossible to defend.
Long arms, that high release point. When it's falling, well, we saw him give OKC 56. This man can take over.
Here is Porter following the bucket by the Spurs. They could use a bucket, and he banks in the layup.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Spurs. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half from 12 feet out. And Aldridge gets it to go on the assist by Murray. Murray's got 6 assists here tonight. And so it's Cleveland with it. Here's Dellavedova, and Cleveland turns it over again. And now in the first half of December, more games under our belt. The power rankings starting to take shape. Taking a look at Brooklyn, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
Well, I think for the Spurs, they've started out slow. It's not for a lack of want to. It's just the way the roster is composed. They have as many questions on that roster as they have answers.
Love's checked in for John Henson. Murray kicks to Lyles. Outside DeRozan. 5 on the clock. From the wing, Aldridge controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Oh, Nance in position. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Now, here's Lyles. Right side, DeRozan. Pass to Bellinelli. Over Porter. And the shot is long. The Cavaliers have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Here's Dellavedova. That's tipped. Here's Murray. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. Murray's got 12.
I'll tell you, DeJounte Murray puts a lot of pressure on your defense, whether it's in half court or in transition.
The Cavaliers shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. Osman kicks to Porter. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Love finds Dellavedova. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Passes to Lyles. Baseline J on the way. Love grabs the board. Love's got 6 rebounds in the game. Lyles gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And Aldridge slams it in.
Long arms, quick hands, a nose for the basketball. Murray makes a difference on the defensive end.
Well, Cleveland shooting only 32% from the field. Plenty of signs of struggle by this offense today. And here is Dellavedova. Love outside. Shoots the 3. Rebound by Murray.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
And Porter comes to help. It's stolen by Nance. And now Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him. The Cavaliers again can't hit. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
When DeRozan gets to the rim like that, you know how it's going to end.
So it's the Cavaliers now. Here's Dellavedova. Now the pass to Love. And it's off from three-point range. Spurs shooting an impressive 65%, having their way with this defense. And the basket by DeRozan.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Cleveland's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. On the wing, Porter. Dellavedova finds Nance. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Osman. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Now here's Murray. He's guarded closely. Pass to Lyles. Shot from the top of the key. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Love's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Pirtle, he's checked in for Aldridge. Gay comes in for Lyles. Damari Carroll's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. So it's the Spurs now. Now here's Mills. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Perfect vision. Mills getting quicker these days at spotting the open man.
The Cavaliers shooting is leaving something to be desired, just 36% here in the third quarter. 1:49 left in the third. And stolen by Gay. One-on-one here. And he goes in for the dunk.
Gay is a high-activity player, someone who is constantly moving his hands, being rewarded for his efforts.
1:36 left in the third quarter. Now Exum, he has 6. Right wing, the wide open look for Love. The three-pointer off the mark.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
Cleveland's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Pass to Garland. 55 seconds left here in the third quarter. He doesn't hit that one. Stolen by Exum. Pass to Garland. To the inside. Love. Second chance shot. The shot's good from Zizic.
Back in the day, someone would have blocked him out, but times have changed.
And San Antonio shooting so well, the offensive execution has been brilliant. 66% from the field. And here's Mills from the arc, and the three ball is good. Mills has got his third bucket of the night.
And this is where Mills kills you. Tremendous range.
There's 25 seconds left to play here in the third. Garland with it. And there's the pass to Love. He kicks it to Garland. Shot clock at 2 over Bellinelli. And the wing jumper offline. And so it's DeMar DeRozan making highlights for San Antonio. A terrific quarter for him. And now he has a total of 27 points. Shouldn't take him long to get up over 30. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So on the floor for Cleveland, we've got Zizic. Garland is out there with Exum, and it's Wade in at the 4.
And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
You know, you look at how they built this lead. It's been through extra possessions.
And San Antonio has possession following the score by Cleveland. Pass to Gay. And here's Mills. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Zizic has got 7 rebounds in the game. Exum kicks to Garland. You know, Steve, the business part of the NBA, very strong. But Commissioner Silver doesn't want to be complacent either.
No, he doesn't. He's always been forward thinking. They're doing a good job of being proactive and doing a good job of just throwing out ideas. And what I love the most, Kevin, working with the Players Association.
I'm with you. And it's Exum with the ball, who will bring it up for Cleveland. Floats one up. Here's Wade. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And the first one drops. Brandon Knight's checked in for Cleveland. Both shots good from the stripe. San Antonio's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Mills passes to Gay. Shot clock at 5. Johnson can't get it to go.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss. And he has lost all confidence out there. Still not a single field goal made in the game.
I like the extra pass. We know Rudy's a shooter first, but he also understands what this offense requires.
And for a team schedule that includes 4 games and 5 nights, sports writers have introduced the term schedule losses due to fatigue. I just don't think that's very good, but it's a reality right now.
Yeah, it is. And sometimes, Kevin, you know these games, you travel a lot. Your legs are just done, and that's when you have to rely on a total team, play more guys. But it happens. You can't get out of this quicksand. You're going to have those type of losses.
And so it's Cleveland with it. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Garland the pass to Zizic. Over to the wing. Here's Windler. Good on the 13-footer. Windler's got his first bucket in this one. The Spurs have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Forbes the pass to Johnson. Up again. Not going to go that time. Cavaliers go the other way with it. Here's Garland. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gay. Free throw good. Garland.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
He hits both from the stripe. Smitty, with players like Curry and Lillard taking such high difficulty shots from deep, deep range. I mean, these are just amazing. Some have said that it's hurting the game and that kids will try to emulate it. What do you think about that?
You know, Kevin, I think it is to some point, and to this point where so many kids now at a younger age are shooting the 3-ball from so deep. I would love for a lot of these guys to be able to show the work they put in, and then those kids try to emulate that.
Now here's Knight. That shot no good. Walker with some nice D. San Antonio's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. And the shot is good from Johnson.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Knight passes to Windler. And Lonnie Walker picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Lyles check in for the Spurs. Knight against Walker. Knight kicks to Zizic. Shot clock at 6. Fires from the line, and yes, it's good.
Working in that mid-range area. The analytics may not love it, but that's a good look for him.
Knight against Walker. Pass to Johnson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Knight with it. He's picked up by Walker. Here's Windler. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Windler's got 4 points this quarter.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
Here is Forbes. Passes it to Lyles. And it's San Antonio with another.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
For Cleveland, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Garland dishes tonight. You know, Smitty, Commissioner Adam Silver has been outspoken in saying there will be a female NBA head coach, and he says it's on him to help it happen sooner than later. And Steve, we already see many women in various categories in the NBA all over the league right now.
So true, Kevin. I love the diversity, and it's much needed in our league. And I would say Adam Silver has done a great job of taking us in that direction.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Now, here is Knight. There's the double team with Walker. Zizic kicks to Garland. The pass to Windler. There's the triple. San Antonio with the rebound. Johnson in the corner. Shoots over Garland. And that one hits back iron.
He looked just a little out of rhythm. He's still trying to establish consistency from there.
The shot by Knight, no good. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Spurs. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And a look now at San Antonio's upcoming schedule. On Saturday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. Then on Monday, they'll be playing the Rockets in Houston. No good on the free throw.
DeMarre Carroll doesn't get to the line a terrible amount of times for a wing player, but you know what you like about him? When he gets there, he can convert them.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Nancy's checked in for Zizic, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Garland. And he sinks the second. Smitty, the NBA now permitting teams to sell international sponsorships. I mean, the league just continues to grow globally.
They have done a fantastic job. Teams can now enhance their visibility with this deal, and their internet makes this all possible when you get a chance to watch these teams all over the world.
Yeah, that's a good point. For San Antonio, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Walker against Knight. And Walker kicks to Forbes. From deep three-point range. Unable to get that one. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Pass to Knight. It's hauled in by Lyles. Lyles got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here is Forbes. Pass to Lyles. Johnson outside. 6 to shoot. No good from outside. Cavaliers have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Here's Wade. Rejected by Walker. They retain possession. The shot's good from Nance. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
Now here's Carroll. Pass to Forbes. Over Dellavedova. Forbes can't get it to go. For Cleveland, they've gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth, right around 46-47%. It's stolen by Carroll. Walker in the corner. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Cutting his teeth in the Spurs system, Forbes has improved at keeping his eyes up and finding the open man.
Cleveland's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Dellavedova, the pass tonight. To the middle. Here's Nance, and Nance slams it in.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Spurs shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. There's the lob to the hoop. A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
Creating for others, you just love the instincts Forbes has for the game, especially on the offensive end.
Cavaliers have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. Now the pass to Windler. Here's the three. Buries it from three-point range.
Yeah, and they are living and dying from beyond the arc since halftime. It's a different look than what we saw in the first half.
Here is Forbes. Well, we see these sponsorship patches on these uniforms now, Steve. This is the third and final year of the test run. I think it's here to stay. What do you think?
I do too. I think the numbers have also coincided that it's here to stay. I think also the revenue. I think people love it, and I think the sponsorship helps.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Dellavedova, the pass to Windler. Feeds it to Wade. Tries again. It's hauled in by Lyles. Lyles got his 8th rebound here tonight. Walker looking for an opening. Pass to Forbes. Over Dellavedova. Misses off the left iron. Well, Cleveland shooting about 47% here in the fourth. Pass to Knight. And there's the foul. It's on Trey Lyles. That's his first foul. Pirtle, he's checked in for Damari Carroll. Knight against Walker. A nice shot by Knight. Knight's got his first points of the night.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Spurs.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for LaMarcus Aldridge.
When it comes to protecting the rim, there are numerous ways to do that. The most exciting of those, just send shots back. And that's what he did tonight in volume.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Zizic comes in for Nance, and it's Exum in for Matthew Dellavedova. 5 to shoot. From 15 feet away. Good, he hits the jump shot. Here is Forbes. 20 seconds left to play here in the fourth. The clock now can just run out for the Spurs. To the left wing. Now, here's Lyons. And so it's San Antonio, easily taking this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thank you. DeMar, this team is playing well together. How are you encouraging and fostering that sense of all of you being together and playing well?
We're just making everybody comfortable. We're making each and everybody on this team comfortable. If it's jump shots, if it's attacking the basket, even if it's on the defensive end, we're just giving each other confidence every time we practice.
And it sure looks like it out there tonight, DeMar. Thanks a lot. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.